You might have figured out in your financial journey that you need what we talk about as financial planning. You've heard about investments and tools and all the things, and you realize that financial planning is what you're looking for. You're trying to put all of the pieces together and make sure that you have the best opportunity to meet your goals and also reduce the risk associated with the journey to meeting those goals. But what does that mean? What does financial planning actually entail? Well, that's what I'm going to walk you through today, the financial planning process. Hi everyone, my name is Grant Ellis. I'm the founder and CEO of Ellis Retirement Advisors. We help people across the country prepare for, enter, and live in retirement. Today, I'm going to break down financial planning for you, at least our process for how we take clients through financial planning. I want to explain to you what it means, the steps we actually take, and the ideas that we walk through with all of our clients so that you can help make better decisions for your financial future and the future of your loved ones. So let's get right to it. Every financial planning process is a little bit different. And our process involves 5 major steps. Now, underneath all of those steps, there are all kinds of little things that we're going to be doing, but everything falls into one of these 5 steps. Step number 1, when we meet with a client and we start walking through the financial planning process for the first time, is to organize and dream. We organize and we dream with our clients. And that might sound a little bit funny, but let me explain to you what I'm talking about. We have to know what's going on. And if you are starting the journey of financial planning, you might feel like there are a million different pieces all over the place. There might be a level of complexity that you don't feel like you can handle. That's the entire reason you start getting financial planning help. So part of the beginning of that process is for us to understand what is going on. We have to organize all of the information with your financial life and make sure it's all in one place so that we can move deeper into the other steps. So it involves getting all of the information about everything that you own or that you owe. That includes investment accounts, cars, houses, any assets that have any value. We need to know what that looks like. So we have to get statements for all of those things. We want to know what your cash flow looks like, so we need to get bank statements. If you have insurance policies, we need to understand those contracts and all of the nuances that go along with them. So we have to get pretty much every document that's associated with your financial situation, put it all into one place, organize it so that we have a picture of what is going on. That's the organization process, and it can be a little bit daunting for some people because, as you would imagine, we have to get all kinds of information. We have to know as much as we can about you and your situation. And in that step, we also have to get dreaming. And this is the fun part for most people, but can also be the daunting part. We want to ask you, what are your hopes and dreams? What are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish both in the short term and in the long term? And here's the thing, some people don't know. Some people want everything to head in the right direction, quote unquote, or they want to make sure that they are okay, as they put it to us, but they don't have any specific goals or hopes and dreams other than just not messing everything up. And that's okay, but what we're probably gonna do is help walk you through some exercises of dreaming big, understanding what different situations look for ideally in your life. Specifically, what do you want your retirement to look like? How much money will you need to pay yourself? What types of events will you like to participate in? Do you want to travel? Do you want to start a side business? Do you want to leave money to your kids? Do you want to help fund your grandkids' education? These are all the types of questions that we walk you through to help you paint some form of picture of what your ideal future looks like. So in step 1, the organization and dreaming process, we're putting all the pieces together so that we can paint a picture of what your financial life looks like, and you, along with our help, are walking through the dreams. We want you to dream big, and we'll be there to help you get there and have the best opportunity to live out your dreams in the future. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is for us to analyze. We have all of the information in one place now. We know every piece of your financial puzzle, all of the levers that are in place that need to be pulled or pushed or removed or added, and now we get to work. We need to analyze everything that you have. We need to understand the opportunities and the risks that are associated with your financial life. We're not yet to the planning stage because we have to begin to do a deep dive into all of the various elements of your financial life. And that includes all sorts of things. Mainly, it includes your investments, your insurance or your protection, your estate plan, your tax planning, your foundations, which is things like cash flows, savings, contributions to retirement accounts, things like that. And then we want to make sure that your retirement plan is in check. What does it look like when you have to start drawing money out of accounts, paying yourself a salary and living in retirement. So all of these many things we take from the organization phase and we begin to do deep level analysis. We want to dig into everything, understand what's going on so that we can make appropriate recommendations and help you meet those goals that you developed in step 1. So step number 2, a very detailed stage, is for us to analyze. Once we're through step number 1 and 2, we've organized everything, we've dreamed big, and then we've done the full analysis. Then it's time for us to present you your financial plan. And here's where some people get confused. Oftentimes you think that you're going to go through a financial planning process, and then you think that you're going to be handed a big document that's thick and bound in leather and sealed with wax, and it's going to contain one thick document that's bound together, and you're going to take it and you're going to go. And that's your financial plan for the rest of your life. And that's not exactly how it works. Yes, when we do present you with your initial financial plan, it's what we call it, that's when we come to you with the first recommendations that we have. And it can be major things or it can be minor tweaks. There are a lot of different pieces to that puzzle, and we want to make sure that all the right pieces exist, they're all in the right places, and they're all moving in the right direction. But that plan isn't necessarily going to be static for the rest of your life. You don't get a financial plan and then it takes you through every single stage that you're going to hit. If you have lived longer than a few weeks, you know that life comes at you fast and life changes fast. And therefore, financial planning has to change with you. So after we present you with all the initial recommendations, the first thing we're going to do is help you implement those recommendations, and that is step number 4. So we've organized, we've dreamed, we've analyzed, we've presented you with the initial options, and then we want to help you execute on those options. Sometimes this is difficult for people. We make recommendations like adding to certain insurance policies or increasing or decreasing contributions or making investment changes. And a quick side note about the investments. If you notice, the investments did not lead this discussion, did they? That's because, in my opinion, too often people start with the investments. And the investments are a tool. Now, mind you, they're a very, very important tool when it comes to your financial plan, but the investments aren't the end-all be-all. They are a tool, not the objective. We use the investments to help you meet your goals. They are tools to help you meet your objectives, not the objectives themselves. So far too often when we talk to people for the first time, the focus has been only on the investments. And this is very common, but in our opinion, this is a backwards way at looking at your financial situation. We want to make sure we understand everything, create recommendations that are involved with a full financial plan, and the investments and the changes that we make to those investments, if any, are part of that financial plan that help you meet and exceed your goals and expectations over your lifetime. So during that implementation phase, investment changes are most likely going to be part of that process, but they don't start the entire conversation. And if they do, you might not be getting financial planning, you might be getting investment management. And if that's what you want, and you want that on your own, that's perfectly fine. But it might be where you need to start with the financial plan and then use the investments to help you meet the goals associated with that plan. So in the implementation phase, we're going to help you execute on all of those things that we presented to you in your initial financial plan. We're going to help make sure that your estate planning documents are in order or executed for the first time. We're going to make some tax planning recommendations and suggestions. We might work with your CPA on that to make sure that they're involved in that situation as well. We're going to look through all of your protection issues with insurance and everything associated with it. Because remember, financial planning is not only providing opportunities for growth, but also accounting for reducing and eliminating risk as much as possible. So we want to make sure those pieces are in place as well. And we want to make that process as easy as possible. As you can imagine, implementing some of these things can be challenging, but that's where we're here to help, is to walk you through and to help implement in coordination with you. And we walk alongside you the entire way and make sure that things are implemented in the time frame that suits you best and in the way that suits you best. So by now we've worked through the initial process, and even though it sounds like it's a very fast process, it can actually take several months. As you can imagine, the organization phase, we have to dig into everything. We want to make sure we have an understanding of what your dreams are. And then we get into the analysis phase. We've got to get into the nitty-gritty of all of your financial pieces, making sure that all of the information is present so that we can make recommendations that best suit you and your needs. Then we get into the presentation stage. We want to make sure that you have a fundamental understanding of the recommendations that we're making and the impact that those recommendations can and will have on your future and the future of your loved ones. And then we get into implementation stage where we have to make sure we walk you through all of those steps and get all of the action items into place. And then last but not least, the final stage of the financial planning puzzle, if you will, or the process, is an ongoing thing. The final stage is to adjust and change over time. As you know, life comes at you, things change, and they change rather rapidly, especially as you're nearing, entering, and living in retirement. Your tax situation might change. Your income needs might change. Your investment goals might change. Your insurance needs might change. Everything might change. So we tell people the financial planning process is a living and breathing process. It's not one document that you get, we send you home, good luck, have fun, we hope your plan lasts. It's a process where we are meeting regularly to review the initial things that we put into place and helped you execute on, making adjustments, finding new ways that we can add value to you in your life, and making those changes as we go. Inevitably, people are often surprised at how much work goes into the ongoing financial planning process. This is why for most people, we don't recommend that they have a one and done financial plan. It's a great place to start. It's not the end of the world, but what you're gonna find is that at some point, that plan's gonna change or it's not gonna be valid at all because your life scenario has changed. So the final piece of that process is the ongoing adjustment and change process where we are meeting regularly, reviewing your situation, updating anything we need to, and making sure that we're making recommendations and implementing steps based on the changes in your life. So that is a short summary of our financial planning process. It probably doesn't do it justice, but hopefully it gives you an idea of what it looks like. We found that people often don't know what they should expect when they get into a financial planning arrangement with an advisor, and sometimes it creates hesitation for them to do that in the first place. And as always, my goal is to provide you with information so that you can make the most appropriate decisions based on your specific scenario, your needs, your goals, your hopes, and your dreams. And hopefully this gets you some of the information you need to make those first few steps. As always, if you like this, please subscribe, send it to a friend. There's another video where we talk about the types of accounts you might have. When it comes to investment accounts, oftentimes this is confusing for people. So I did a video, we'll link to it right here, that shows the different types of investment accounts you might have, what's different about them, how they work, and when you might need them. And if you want to find out what it looks like to work together, there's a link below where you can actually schedule a time to meet with me via Zoom. We can get to know each other and find out if there might be any opportunities for us to help. But either way, love to hear from you, love to hear your stories and connect. Hopefully this is helpful. We'll see you next time.